Hey, welcome into the round pen with Aequitas here. We are at the end, almost at the end of the third week of working with him. So he's up to about, I'd say 13, 14 hours of training, somewhere along in there. And I just now brought him out here. Actually, I brought him out into the round pen a couple hours ago and turned him out. Just let him wander around out here and get some exercise. But I'm just now starting to work with him. So in terms of the danger level, I think about half or maybe 2/3 of that is gone now. Some of it's still there, and it's mostly just the nipping, which is annoying more than anything. And that'll go away as he gets gentler, gets more used to me and people in general. He'll kind of quit doing most of that, I expect. Okay, we'll see, but that's kind of what I expect. And I really like that he's moving around me here without taking off and being scared. That shows me some really good progress. And he is cutting in on me here, but it's not perfect, but it's definitely an improvement. He's moving that shoulder pretty nicely. Let's see if he'll move this other one the other way pretty nicely. Move that shoulder, not as well. Okay, so I tapped him at the end of that lead rope. I've been using a stick to lunge him, but I thought today I'd just go ahead and try it with the rope and see how he did. Okay. And also, again, I don't have a camera operator today. I apologize. That's just the way it is. Nothing I can do about it, really. But to me, that's some pretty nice improvement. I kind of like that. He's leading pretty well. And man, I've gotten a lot of comments on these videos. A lot. And they are all over the map. Everything from, wow, he's beautiful and pretty, and why was he treated that way, and he's an Arabian, and let him be an Arabian, all kinds of stuff. A few of them called me names, whatever. Let me just tell you about leading. I think this is pretty important. When you're leading a horse, a lot of people make the mistake, to me it's a mistake, and they'll try to lead a horse from the snap right here. There's several problems with that, especially with a horse like this. One problem is they can step on your foot if you're that close, and they can do all kinds of things. The reason we do it, I think, is because we feel like we have control. But it'd be equivalent to someone grabbing you by the collar and dragging you around. Okay, horses are kind of claustrophobic. They really don't like it. And also, this horse is strong enough, and most horses are, he could pick me up off my feet and sling me around like a rag doll. He probably wouldn't. Most of my horses probably wouldn't, but they can. Okay? So I teach all of my students, lead your horse about an arm's length away from the snap. And when you are leading that horse, lead that horse with your arm out to the side. Let's go, buddy. Lead that horse like this. I can get him to move there. So that he's got a little bit of room, and I teach him to walk with his head by my shoulder. How do I teach him to do that? If he gets ahead of me, I'll take my stick and tap him back. If he gets behind me, I'll come behind him and say, speed up. So I teach him, right there's the sweet spot. You walk along beside me like a gentleman, and if you'll do that, I think you'll find it's safer and it's better for your horse. He needs to take some responsibility in this. I'm not pulling him, and he's not pulling me. A lot of people let their horses drag them around. I don't let them do that. I'm going to teach him, he's doing quite well today, I'm going to teach him to just walk around like a gentleman. He's doing really well. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, good boy. Now I'm going to start doing some things with his legs. Some of this I've done before, and I'm going to do some new things that I haven't done, or at least we're going to try it today and see how it goes. So this I've done quite a bit of, just throwing the rope over him. At first he didn't like it. I think I even did it on the first day or a couple of days, but he's kind of gotten used to it. A little bit about Arabians while I'm doing this. You know, Arabians are kind of a unique horse. Every breed, I guess, has its own unique characteristics. These horses, they're the oldest horse breed in the world. King Solomon had Arabian horses. They've been around a long time, and they were bred as war horses. And the old stories, if you've heard them, about the Bedouin keeping his prize mare in the tent with him at night like a family pet, those stories are true. Okay, they highly prized, these horses in the desert. And they're desert horses, they're bred for war, and they're highly sensitive because they've been bred to be highly sensitive, okay? I thought maybe he'd let me reach under and get that, but he didn't. He kicked at me. There we go, got it. Okay, I'm just trying to get this rope and mess with his belly. I've done this once before. So, the people who love Arabians absolutely love them. And a lot of you, that's probably why you're watching, because you love Arabians. But they have some unique things, and the people who don't love them don't want anything to do with them. Okay, maybe that's why you're watching too. I don't expect him to stop being an Arabian. I don't expect him to stop being a stallion, but I do expect him to be a gentleman. He is fully capable of doing that, aren't you, buddy? Yes, you are. Okay. Now, when I first started tossing these ropes around his legs, he didn't like it. He's doing pretty well now. He would, you know, pull his legs up, and especially in the back, he would kick out, and he just wasn't used to it. Nobody had ever apparently touched his legs or handled them. Someone asked me if he's never had his legs handled, how'd he get his feet trimmed? I don't know if they've ever been trimmed. If they have, they must have tranquilized him. A horse like this, if you were to tie him up, hog tie him and force him down, probably wouldn't go very well. And he would probably be traumatized if you did that. So again, this is the end of the third week, and you see he's letting me throw this around his hind legs. He didn't until about 2 days ago. Let me rephrase. Every time I did it, he kicked at the rope. Okay? And now he doesn't. So that tells me I'm just about ready to try something new that I haven't tried with him before. Okay? I have been able to touch his legs, mostly, and he had more trouble with the front than he did the back. That's pretty good. And come down and run my hand down his leg. That really yesterday, first day I was able to do that, and him not get too upset about it. And what he did when he didn't like it with the front is he would drop this shoulder, push me, and reach around and nip me all in one smooth motion. Okay, Arabians are pretty athletic. All right, good. Let me see if he'll let me run my hand down this leg. Okay, he let me get at least past his hock. Good. Good. So you notice I'm kind of standing out of kick range when I do that. Excellent. That's really nice. That's probably a little better than I expected. So he's starting to give me some pleasant surprises, aren't you, buddy? Yeah, good boy. Okay. All right. Good. Good. And I kind of don't like the way he's leaning away from me, therefore his shoulder's leaning into me, but I'm not going to correct that. At least he's letting me touch his leg, so I'll take that as a win. I might want to correct that later, but for now it'll be okay. Okay, there we go. Good boy. Okay, and he picked that leg up, but he didn't kick at me. There, good boy. Just asking him to, there. Good, excellent. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's taken me almost 3 weeks to get there, but I'm pretty happy with it. Now, this is something I've not done. I'm going to put this rope around his leg, if he'll let me. There we go. Okay. He's not real happy about it, is he? And that's just because it kind of scares him a little. He's never had that done before. He doesn't know what it's about. Okay. We've got a baby horse coming in the spring, be born in the early spring. I'll be doing this kind of stuff to that baby horse within the first week of his life. That's when it should be done. Or at least by the time they're weaned. That if you'll do it then, you won't have any trouble. That's pretty good. He's letting me do that. See, I'm just going up and down his leg with it. Good. And this is the leg where he had the cut in the back, and it's healed up enough that I don't have to, I'm still not going to run the rope across it, but it's healed up enough that it's not an issue now. Now what I'm going to do is put some pressure on this foot, see if I can get him to give to that. All right, good. First time he's ever done that. That's going well. So if you have a horse that's fussy about its feet, this is how you start. Okay? You start by throwing the ropes around their legs until they get over that bothering them. Then can you rub their legs? That'd be the next step. then can you put a rope here and get him to give to that pressure like that? Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, and I'd like for him to let me kind of pull that foot out in front just a step or so, like that. Oh, he pulled it back. Let's try it again. Good boy. Good boy. So I'll take that. Now he's standing on the rope. Back up, please. I'll take that as a pretty good for this horse. Pretty good. And you notice horses learn fine when they're calm. When they don't learn fine is when they're upset and nervous. Okay, and he's pretty calm. I mean, his head's way up, so he's not like halfway asleep calm, but he's okay. There, I love that his head came down. Okay, so now I'm just going to ask him to give me that foot. Good. Good boy. Okay. All right, excellent. Excellent. And I don't want to get too greedy today. If I get a little bit with him, that's pretty good, and I'll come back and work on it some more tomorrow. All right, let's see what we can do with the hind legs. What you can do here, and see him acting like he's bothered by that. If he won't let me do his hind legs like this, if he won't let me reach in here and put this rope around his leg, then what you can do is you can get a little longer rope and just make a loop on the ground and have him step into it. You can do that if you need to. I think he'll let me do this. Just reach around here and do this. Okay, good boy. All right. Okay. So I want to keep his nose tipped toward me. Therefore, if he does decide he doesn't like this and he wants to kick at me, I can pull his nose this way, which will push his hip away from me. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, he's handling that real nicely. And I'm being real soft here. I'm just real gently going up and down his leg here. Really good, buddy. Good boy. All right. So this is pretty good progress for him. I'm going to try to get him to lift that foot. Beautiful. Beautiful. So since he did so well with that, let's see if we can kind of lead him a little bit by that back foot. Just pull it forward. There you go. Yeah, there we go. And that's pretty common. A lot of times their instinct tells them whatever that is dangerous and I need to kick it off. So I'm asking him to think it through and realize he doesn't need to kick it off. There. Good.